The federal government just sued a company called RealPage. You might not have ever heard of RealPage, but if you rent an apartment in a large metroplex, you might have already been affected by them. RealPage is a company that provides property management software to the largest apartment landlords in the country. According to the lawsuit, RealPage is used by companies that own 3 million rental units in the United States. But the software also has information about 16 million units. So why are they being sued? Well, the Justice Department argues that RealPage has used this information to fix prices for rent for the last few years. In short, the lawsuit suggests that RealPage's recommendations and algorithms have artificially inflated the rental prices in over a dozen metroplexes across the country. The idea is that RealPage gathers information from all the companies that use its software, and with that proprietary data, it tells the company how much to charge, how long the leases should be, and maybe even when not to rent an open apartment. Of course, many industries use third-party reports to help companies understand pricing and product availability. These kind of reports are especially prevalent in the retail industry. But the Justice Department is arguing that this is more than just reporting. The Department of Justice puts it this way: RealPage contracts with competing landlords who agree to share with RealPage non-public, competitively sensitive information about their apartment rental rates and other lease terms to train and run RealPage's algorithmic pricing software. This software then generates recommendations, including on apartment rental pricing and other terms, for participating landlords based on their and their rivals' competitively sensitive information. In short, the DOJ is arguing that RealPage isn't just reporting information. It's using non-public data from companies who would normally compete with each other to work together through RealPage to drive up the cost of rent. The argument is that there is no longer a competitive market for apartments because RealPage is setting the price. Apartments aren't competing with each other. They're working with each other just under the disguise of RealPage. The basis for legally defending RealPage comes from the healthcare industry, believe it or not. Years ago, the federal government determined that hospitals and healthcare companies could use third-party consultants to aggregate their employee information in order to receive recommendations on salaries and pay. Some experts argue that this is the same thing, and it may be, but the question is whether the federal government will change the way they view some of these policies. If the DOJ succeeds in forcing RealPage to change its policies, it could have implications across the economy. It could change the view of what information is legal to use when setting prices. Or it could change the idea of what processes are legal. What do you think? Is it good for the economy for companies to be able to lean on third-party sources to improve their policies and pricing? Does it make companies more efficient? Or is it just pitting big businesses against the individuals who don't have the same power? Do you have any experience with wild fluctuations in rental costs over the last few years? We'd love to hear your experience. Post a comment below. It will be interesting to see how this plays out. If you found this video interesting, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.